We live. There we go. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey, what's going on? This is Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game, and you are in the kitchen with Crystal. And if you are one of those, you have a sweet tooth, but you may not necessarily like to cook, turn the oven on, this segment is for you because today we're making 3 different desserts that don't require you to use that thing. We are going to use this thing, but it's going to be quick and easy. So before we get started, you know how we do. We have to drink us some water. And if you're here with me now, say hey. And if you're catching us on replay, type replay in the chat. So what are we making today? We're going to have some fun. First, we're going to make us an avocado chocolate mousse. And if anybody who knows me knows I love avocado. So we're doing that, but I've never used it as a dessert. Then we're going to do super, super simple warm apples with cinnamon and peanut butter. And then lastly, we're going to make a frozen Greek yogurt bark. So with that being said, let's start with this young avocado mousse first. So for this, we're going to use our blender. So I already have my blender set. And of course, since we're doing an avocado mousse, we need an avocado, right? And let me know of the 3 that I just listed, which one or which ones you're the most excited about, right? So we're just going to cut this avocado to see how pretty she is. She pretty. She pretty. Okay, girl. I love me some avocado. Let me know if you love avocado too. Got me acting all good on this Saturday morning. All right. So we're going to put this young avocado in the blender, put it straight on up in here. Wish I had a blender that was facing forward. Apologies for turning my back to y'all. Get this pit out of here. This was so cool. I learned this. Like, for my folks who love avocado, see how I put my thumb behind the pit? If you do that, boop, it just pops right on out. I used to always fight with trying to get that doggone pit out and cutting around it and all the things. And all I had to do was put my finger with my thumb behind it and it comes on out. All right. So got my avocado in here. Hey girl, hey. I think this is the one I'm the most excited about. I'm excited about all of them, but I'm definitely excited about anything with avocado. All right. And since we are doing an avocado chocolate mousse, of course we need some chocolate. So we are using cocoa powder, and we're going to use about 1/8 of a cup, right? And so the smallest I got is 1/4 of a cup. So I'm going to say half of that. About that. What I don't want to do is feel like it's just a whole bunch of, and it also depends on how big your avocado is. My avocado is not that big, so I'm just going to use that much, right? Then we're going to do the same with some honey. I'm trying to close. Oh, and for my honey, my favorite trick, like to spray down whatever I'm measuring my honey with, like to spray that down with a little bit of nonstick spray, because it helps the honey come straight out even better, as opposed to when you're trying to beg it to come out and then you find yourself scrape, and you still don't get all of it. It's annoying. So I'm just going to do about the same amount of honey. See how that slides out? Slide on out. So easy. I'm going to flip this because we're going to go ahead and use that again. And then, if you don't have honey, you can also use maple syrup. You can use either one. But then we're also going to add a little bit of vanilla. We're going to do about 1/4 teaspoon, somewhere around now. Yeah, there we go. Put a little bit of that in there. So that's probably about 4 drips. Drip, drip, drip. And that's it. Oh, and one more thing. I don't use a lot of salt when I cook or anything, but when you're making desserts and sweets, a little salt brings out the sweetness. But we only gonna use a pinch. Somebody say a pinch of salt. So I'm putting a little bit in my hand. You see this? That's a little bit. And we're going to pinch it. Get our salt up in there. And we're going to blend it. This thing goes. Let's see how this thing gonna work. Cause y'all know, ooh, that looks like a whole bunch of powder. Let's see. I might add another. Smells amazing though. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna do this some more. Sound good. I think I want another avocado. I'm gonna put another avocado in here to add a little more depth to it. Because I honestly feel like I love the smell of it. It's enough chocolaty. But where? Oh, that's why I said where my spoon. But it ain't enough to get this thing to mix up. And maybe I need a fancy food processor, which I don't have. We gonna see about this right now. They look like a whole bunch of powder popping around. Y'all know I find recipes and I try them out with y'all. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss. Right now, we gonna see about. Oh, okay, it's blending. It's doing something. Okay, let's go ahead and put this other half of this avocado in here because right now this thing is looking a little funny. But you know what? I love doing these live because things happen. I'm gonna tell you this. This show does smell good. That I know. If nothing else, it smells. Let me see. I'm about to. Okay. Wait a minute now. We get this thing going. We might have something. Wait a minute. Okay, now wait a minute. I'm about to get my spatula. Get them sides down. Because I want to see about this. Because now I'm excited. I'm so excited. Wait a minute. Let's see about it. Maybe, and my avocados are ripe enough. Because that thing, you gotta make sure it's ripe for a blend. You know what? I'm going to put it on liquefy. That thing got loud and fast. Still ain't doing what I wanted to do yet. It's blending, but we gonna see about it. We gonna mix this up a little bit up in here. This is so hilarious doing this live. Let's see. I don't know, y'all. It's mixing, but I don't know if it's mixing how I want it to. No. Let's try again. Because I might have to get old school and take this thing out and hand do it. This thing right here. Audible. That's what we're going to do. We're going to call it audible. Because right now, this trying to make me look bad. Luckily, I don't get embarrassed. I don't. Such is life. We try things out, and it's so funny because as of now, for some folks, it may just look like an old bad avocado. And we don't want that. Folks look like chocolate. Because right now, this just look like avocado that's been sitting in the sitting out too long. Wait a minute, now my spatula, the rubber getting stuck. This is hilarious, y'all. I gotta say, it ain't looking too appealing, but we gonna keep going. Oh, we love it. But it still has potential. It has potential. Let me take this thing off the bottom. Oh my goodness. Don't want to come off. This is hilarious because that's where all the good stuff is at the bottom. Down at the bottom, it's all types of mixed up. Good child. If I can get my strong-handed son to come help me, that'd be great. Strong hands. Y'all, my son can open anything. I don't care how long. Take the bottom off. How long it's been closed. Just he got this doggone gorilla grip thing going on. All right, he trying to get it off. Struggling for him too. So we go keep on moving. Look, I told y'all you could get it. I told y'all. Strongest little thing. Whoo, child. Let me put that to the side. Oh, this is too funny. All right. So that's where, see all that chocolate down there? Uh-oh, there's still some in there. I want it all because I'm greedy like that. And we making dessert. And when we're making dessert, you want all of it. So I'll take the bottom off, where all the good mix-up stuff is. This is so hilarious to me. And I don't know how you feeling about it. But sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches and keep on moving. Let's see. And maybe it was the honey. And I thought about using something to loosen it up, but I really don't want to because I'm afraid that with the since it's a mousse, if I put any liquid in here, it's gonna make it watery, and we don't want that. We want it to be like a mousse of a pudding, right? So I'm getting old school. We're gonna mix this thing up because sometimes you gotta, right? And I would love to give you the option of just being able to hand mix some stuff together and still have a good doggone dessert. So all I'm doing is that I'm using the back of my spoon to mash up this avocado. See that green? Just turning it, mashing it so that it will turn into a mousse. Y'all, this is so doggone funny to me. And I'm going to say this. Let me get this together and this thing tastes good. Yeah. And if you got a good food processor, you probably can get your thing mixed all up like that. But I don't blend a lot of stuff. I don't use a lot of processing stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't even use my blender that often. You see how old that thing is? Do they even make white appliances anymore? I don't know. But I'm just trying to whip this thing up so that it looks like a mousse. Getting these little clumps out. And then we're going to throw this thing in the refrigerator and let it do what it do. Get a little chill while we do the other two. But this is hilarious to me. Let's see about it. I'm getting the majority of these grain parts out. And for my people who don't like avocado, y'all probably losing your mind right now. Like, shouldn't use avocado anyway. Hush your mouth. Hush your speak. All right. I got the majority of the grain out. You see it? Y'all see it? So that's what I said. Still, I don't know how it look. Let me see how it tastes. Okay. I see where we're going with it. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to add just a little more chocolate because if you recall, I didn't even use that much chocolate anyway because I was afraid it was going to overpower it because the avocado, I was only using one avocado at the time, but now I have two in there. So we add this extra in here, and I'm just making a whole mess because this is, look, we figuring this thing out. Okay, we mixing this thing up. All right, and now we're getting more chocolatey instead of looking like a bad avocado. Because that's what was happening. It looked like avocado that had been sitting out way too long. But it's getting there now. Okay, it's thick. It's thick. But I'm liking it so far. And this is just giving you an option of getting your chocolate feel without all the extra saturated fat, and then the oils that you get are the good oils from the avocado, the good fat. So let's see about it now. As Carla said, this happened when I made hummus. I hadn't added enough liquid, but I ate it lumps and all. I know that's right. Look, but we're not fixing to do You heard me say fixing is waste no food. All right, so that's good for now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and scoop this into my little mousse bowl, and we're gonna throw this thing in the fridge so that it can chill. Actually, yeah, I wasn't gonna say the freezer to get a quick chill. I still might. Maybe I'll do it in the freezer and get a quick chill because it will not freeze in that short amount of time. But I'm gonna put this in this thing, and then we're gonna put this. This looks this has to by far be the ugliest thing I've ever made. Oh my goodness, if you just came on. Oh, I am Crystal Taylor, the older fitness is not a game, and you are in the kitchen with Crystal. Where I think at this point I'm attempting to make some no-cook desserts. The whole goal. Okay. Oh, okay. The whole goal was to give y'all dessert ideas that didn't require you, that don't require you to turn on the oven. And so the first one I made, and I use that word loosely, is a avocado chocolate mousse. Got some avocado, cocoa powder, honey, and vanilla, and put them in a pinch of salt, put them all in the blender. Didn't quite work that well for me. So I took it out and I beat it up by hand, right? If you have a blender that works very well, super ripe avocados so that those natural oils will come out, or a food processor, hopefully it'll work better for you. But since it's all mixed up, I'm going to put it in the freezer, give it a little chill as we keep going and try part 2 of our dessert option, which will be, drum roll please, we are making, I just got a whole mess, we're going to make some warm apples and cinnamon with nut butter. All right, so let me clean off this mess I just made. Child, that was a whole process. Hopefully, and that's a shame because the whole purpose of in the kitchen is to help, show you all, give you all ideas for meals and snacks that are on the healthier side, but also quick and easy, right? And that just didn't look too easy. But it really wasn't that bad. I just think that if my avocados are maybe a little riper, right? So that they'll have more of the natural oils. And if I had like a food processor, I think it actually would have turned out pretty well. But I don't have all that. My stuff is old. So with that being said, we're about to move on to number 2. Okay. All right. So I got my cutting board, my apple core, and because we're doing warm apples and cinnamon with peanut butter, of course we need the apples, right? So I'm going to core this thing real quick. If you don't have one of these apple cores or you one of those who like apples a lot, I highly suggest you get you one because look at that. I'm trying to make sure it don't roll on me. There we go. Because then it just cuts through all the things really quickly. And I ain't pushing all the way through, so there we go. All right. So now the core is off. Sweet. And I'm actually just going to go around real quick and trim off the skin because we don't need the skin. And then, you know what? I'm going to use that. All my bowls are microwavable, but I'm going to use the plastic just because when you cook in the microwave, sometimes that thing can get a little hot. Now I ain't got time for all of that, right? So now I'm just easily cutting these skins off. And all we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle these. Oh, I know what else I want. With a little cinnamon. I think I might want a little nutmeg too. I feel like whenever I bake or cook with cinnamon, I feel like nutmeg is I feel like they go together. Like they marry, they booze. If I'm going to have some cinnamon, I should put a little nutmeg in it. So I think I might put just a little bit. The only thing about it, the nutmeg is overpowering. Nutmeg is definitely the alpha in a relationship Nutmeg, if you got some nutmeg, you know nutmeg is there. Nutmeg don't sit in the back for nobody. You could not put nutmeg in the corner. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Nutmeg, like, I'm the star. So, just gonna put a little bit in there. And ooh, one time, child, got it mixed up. Grab that nutmeg thinking it was cinnamon. Yeah, could barely eat that. They talk about the doggone cinnamon challenge. Try nutmeg. Don't. Take that back. Don't y'all say I told y'all try no nutmeg challenge. Don't do it. Plus, that stuff too expensive to be playing around with anyway. All right. So all I'm gonna do with these apples, since we're cooking them in the microwave, and we like for it to be quick, I'm just slicing these really thin because the thinner they are, the quicker they cook. And that's one of the tips I like to give frequently, no matter what we're cooking, especially with meats. That's why a lot of times with meats, you'll see me make either chunks or strips or something like that, as opposed to cooking the entire breast or anything like that, because that can take longer to cook. And a lot of times people don't want to cook because they say it takes them too long. So if I can show you how to cook something that's really good in a shorter amount of time, I'm hoping that you would try it out. Yeah. All right. So that was easy. Starting to get back on track and not look like a total whatever, because that was hilarious. All right. So I'm just gonna layer these apples in here. Right. I'm gonna add a little bit of cinnamon. And then we're gonna throw these in the microwave for like 2 to 3 minutes. I think you know what? I'm just gonna leave it at that. We don't have to get her. Oh, this smells so good. And you know what? I like to be liberal with my cinnamon. And see, this is about how much I did. 8. You see that? Put this in the microwave. And I like to be liberal with cinnamon for a couple reasons. One, it's delicious. 2, cinnamon is really good. It's one of those spices that helps to boost your metabolism. So it's like a win-win. Why not? All right. So since we are going to drizzle that with some peanut butter, you can eat. Well, I'm using powdered peanut butter. You can use any nut butter that you like, but I love a good powdered peanut butter because you still get the flavor, you get protein, and you cut out so many calories and so much fat. Okay. Drink up. If you have your water, type cheers in the chat. Get this out of the way. And I am going to make my peanut butter really quickly. And you like, make peanut butter? Yeah. It's powdered. So we gotta make it. So all we're gonna do is add some peanut butter, the powdered peanut butter, and you use whatever brand you like, and add water to it. And I'll tell you that I use PB Fit a lot, but PB2 is also amazing. I personally like it for a dessert. PB Fit may be more up to your speed, just because I think PB Fit is a little bit sweeter. And I honestly like the texture of the PB Fit more. It does get creamier and smoother. But for my personal preference, I prefer PB2. I like the flavor of this one better, just because I don't necessarily have a sweet tooth. So sometimes when things are too sweet, it's just like, that's why I like making. Oh, that smells good already. Fam, y'all can't smell it. I was almost about to ask you if you could smell that. Because you should be able to. As good as it smells up in here. Ooh, you better come through cinnamon. So you can decide how you want the texture of your peanut butter to be. Because this is going to be a drizzle, I am going to make it nice and thin so that we can drizzle it on top. All right. So that's that. Done. Sitting this to the side. Okay. Because that's about done. Let that thing do what it's gonna do as we get ready to make our last dessert. So with that, there we go. I'm like, I know I had a different bowl. Okay. The last thing we're gonna make. So far, we've made our avocado chocolate mousse. And we crossing our fingers, it's gonna be good. This in the freezer chilling. Then I just put some apples and cinnamon in the microwave. Just made some peanut butter. Once that cools down a little bit, we're gonna drizzle it. And now we're about to make a Greek yogurt, frozen Greek yogurt bar. For this has the most ingredients. We're gonna get us some Greek yogurt. Y'all know we love some Greek yogurt. And this is a different spoon, y'all. This is not the spoon I was licking on. But we're gonna mix probably like, I don't know, I would say maybe like a cup of it. Got some Greek yogurt. This is super easy. Okay. And then we're gonna get us some honey. And we're gonna mix these up. So with the honey, I would say probably, I'm using about 2 tablespoons. Somewhere around there. Stirring this up. Great thing about Greek yogurt, it really takes on whatever flavor you give it. You want it to be sweet, okay. You want it to be savory, okay. It will do all of that. So we're mixing this up. And then here's the fun part. Now we're just going to play around with it because this is going to be a bar. So get you a baking pan or something like that. Line it with some parchment paper and spread this out. Making our base. And this is when you get to be creative. Do whatever you want to do, how you want to do it. Okay, microwave. Y'all microwave be bullying y'all. But my microwave still ain't as bad as one of my girlfriends. Her microwave, look, the microwave got me scared. As soon as I see it count down, I get to running. Because that thing will yell at you in an instant. All right, so I'm spreading this out. So now we get to have some fun. You can top it with whatever. I'm personally going to use them, typically like fruits and nuts. So I'm going to just use some almonds, I'm going to use some blueberries, and I'm going to use some strawberries, right? So wrench these things off. Let me throw these. Ooh, that's a nice purdy one. You ready to wrench these? Then I'm going to show you what I do with my almonds. Yeah, that's going to be good. Oh, I need that. All right. Now we almost done. This is quick. I'm going to wrench these really quick. With those drip, 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 drip. All right. So with my almonds, what I like to do, because these are just regular whole almonds. You can spend your money if you want to and get the crushed and the sliced and slithered and all that stuff. I just put it in a little bowl. That's about that much. A little bit less than a quarter of a cup. And then I smash it myself. And I like to use the size mason jar. You find anything that fits for you. But keep the lid on. If you use a mason jar, keep the lid on it because when you press it without the lid, it can cut into your hand. All right. So then I just mash them on up to the size I want. And I like them nice and small. So then it gives me a lot to sprinkle. Uh-oh, I'm going to knock that whole thing off. This day is trying me. That's all right, though, because it's still going to be good. We still going to eat it. And you know what? Let me look at these apples to see. You know they smell good. Let me see. Okay. Let me see if they're the texture I want them to be, because I want them to be nice and gooey, like a apple and apple pie. Nice and soft, moist. My girlfriend hates that word. So I try to use it as much as I can around her. That's how petty I am. Petty is my favorite color. Okay. There we go. That's good. That's good. Yes, we put all that on there. Let me check this. Let me see about these apples. They look good. But I'm going to give it another 45. Let them cook some more. All right. So now I'm just going to take these crushed up almonds. You can use whatever nuts you prefer. I don't even know if I need all this. I like it though. Y'all see that? Ain't that pretty? Woo, girl. Uh-oh. Why do I want to knock stuff down today? Jeez. All right. Got that. Now we are going. What did I do about the other night? Oh, there it is. Like, what happened to my night? Uh-oh. Caught the blueberry. Blueberry tried to run. But I know you lying. So now all I'm going to do, and you can do it however you want to, but for mine, I just want to create little slices of the strawberries. Make it pretty. Spread them on out however you want. Or if you want to push it down up in there. If you want to half them, you can. And I like to make sure as long as I got enough to have some in every bite. That's all that matters to me. I like to taste all the things in all the bites. Let me see if these strawberries good. Oh, wait a minute. No better strawberries. All right. I'm going to have these little blueberries because the same thing. I'm going to fit up in now and easily be a part of every bite. All right. And it looks so pretty. One thing I am not, well, one of my girlfriends, she's like, stop saying it. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm creative. I don't feel like I'm decorative. None of that stuff is my juice. I am this a plain Jane. Now, I'm a worker bee. You tell me what to do, I can do it all day, every day. Visions and stuff, whatever. But I do like food. And for me, my design has nothing to do with the aesthetics. It's all about the taste. Will I be able to get a little bit of everything in every bite? That's what I want to know. Voila. See that? See how we designed that? Yeah. Okay. So that's done. And now with this, what you're going to do is to put it in the freezer for about 2 to 3 hours before you eat it. All right? You're like, Crystal, what? Don't fret. What I say? Don't fret. I don't know. I got you. I actually made one of these in advance because I wanted to be able to taste it with you. And I did make it about 3 hours ago. All right. So this one I'm acting like a professional. I made one in advance. We're going to put this in the freezer, but I'm going to pull out the finished product that was made earlier. Ta-ta. And we're going to get our mousse. And now we got our apples. We got all the things now. So now we have all 3 desserts, right? So the first one I made is our chocolate avocado mousse. Then we just made some apples and cinnamon we're about to drizzle this peanut butter in here. So I'm just stirring these up. See, these apples have gotten softened. There we go. Let's see about it. I'm put those in there. And we're about to drizzle all the apple. We made our peanut butter. You can use any nut butter that you want. I used a powdered peanut butter. And that's part of the reason why I like using the powdered peanut butter, because you get to control the consistency of it and make a peanut butter drizzle. Okay, I see you. And then we made a frozen Greek yogurt bark. Mixed some honey inside of some Greek yogurt, sprinkled it with some crushed almonds, and then also put a little bit of blueberries and strawberries in it. But you can use whatever fruits and nuts you like. So let's taste it, shall we? Try this mousse first, y'all. We had some struggles, had some trials and tribulations, but let's see about it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Because I love avocado so much, I can tell there's avocado. But this is good. I was real about this one. It's like the initial, when you put it in your mouth, it's cool. But when it's going down, it's so creamy. It's it's almost like a comfort dessert. We feel I can eat it. Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. I'll take it. Now let's go for our apples with peanut butter. You see that? You see? That's just apples that I sliced up really thin. Put some cinnamon on them, throw them in the microwave for about 3.5 minutes. Made some peanut butter and drizzled it on here. Let's see. I'm excited about this one. Because sometimes it's the most simple stuff that tastes the best. Ooh. Look. Wait a minute now. I barely got word for that. And it's so rich. Both of these are so rich, but so basic at the same time. My goodness. Let me drink some water, cleanse my palate as we get ready for this bark. Look, we got some parchment paper. All we got to do, let me take this pan out. There we go. Take it off the pan. And since it's bark, we just break it. Oh, there we go. Broke off a little piece. You see, it has the Greek yogurt, has the nuts, blueberries, and the strawberries. So let's see if I eat this side. It got a little bit of everything. Don't judge me. This side. Woo! It's cold. But it's good though. It's a little tart. I think that was the blueberry that was tart. Because I tasted the strawberry, and strawberry is sweet. Look. It's good. Well, you know what? Cold down. Put a melt in my mouth. So my people who like a popsicle or something like that, this is a great idea. And this is really cool on a really hot day. I think it's too cold for me right now because it's the fall, but it's good though. And I can see putting all different types of fruits and nuts in there. But like I said, I just tried around with it. Maybe some raspberries, some walnuts, some pistachios. Oh, you can put some chocolate chips in here, some coconut flakes. You can do a lot with that. So y'all, I just made 3 of these things real quick. Didn't have to cook anything. Use the microwave for this. But just whip up some things where we have our chocolate mousse, avocado chocolate mousse, our warm apples with cinnamon and peanut butter or nut butter, whatever butter you like. And then I made a frozen Greek yogurt frozen bark with Greek yogurt, chopped up nuts. Choose whatever nuts you like, berries, whatever berries you like, but you can also add optional stuff. So these 2 right here are extremely comforting. Extremely comforting. Those are the words that I would describe for it. They just they made me feel happy when I ate them. They really, really did. And this is good too. I could see something like this on a hot day if you're out with your friends and like on a picnic or something like that. You pull this out the cooler, pop it to get like something refreshing. That's very refreshing. So yay. Let me know when you make yours. Please make sure you tag me so that I can know what you tried. Oh, excuse me. And what you thought. And based on what you saw today, I know that mousse probably scared you, but let me know which ones you can't wait to try and what you're going to try first and what you're most excited about. So I am Crystal Taylor. You've been in the kitchen with Crystal, where I gave you three of them. No cook desserts that don't require you to use your oven. So these are amazing options if you have a sweet tooth, but you want to stay on track. So hope you enjoyed the segment. Thank you for rocking out with me, even with our issues. And I will see you next time. You have to go outside. Please be safe. There we go. Because I want you healthy, I want you happy, and I want you here. All right, y'all. Bye.